I was going to call this, Are You Enjoying the Melting Pot? But actually, maybe I should call it, Are You Enjoying the Salad Bowl? Right? Because we are actually living in the benefits of multiculturalism and diversity as was projected to us. So if we can get the next one up, please, Harry. We can see that the term melting pot, which is the one that they used to use up until about 5 minutes ago, came from this play by Israel Zangwill, who is an Eastern European Jewish immigrant to America, who wanted, ideally, for all races and nations to basically disappear. The play itself was about a world where, as you can see, all ethnicity had melted away, and he falls in love with a beautiful Russian Christian immigrant named Vera. And so you've got this particular section from it, where the hero David says, "There she lies, the great melting pot. Listen, can't you hear the roaring and bubbling? There gapes her mouth, the harbour where 1,000 mammoth feeders come from the ends of the world to pour in their human freight. Ah, what a stirring and a seething. Celt and Latin, Slav and Teuton, Greek and Syrian, black and yellow, Jew and Gentile," Vera interjects. "Yes, east and west, north and south, the palm and the pine, the pole and the equator, the crescent and the cross. How the great alchemist melts and fuses them with his purging flame. Here they shall all unite to build the Republic of Man and the Kingdom of God. Ah, Vera, what is the glory of Roman Jerusalem, where all nations and races come to worship and look back, compared with the glory of America, where all races and nations come to labour and look forward."
Is that not just the Tower of Babel?
Yes.
Just build the Tower of Babel. Nothing could go wrong. It ended so well that first time. That sounds horrible.
Remarkable as well that it immediately goes to, and of course we've got to start in America, where they're actually open to allowing. They didn't try to start it in China, for example.
True. But
it's just turning the entire world into Brazil.
No one wants that.
Which worked so well in Brazil.
As you can see, this is where the term melting pot was popularized, but you can see the insane idealism in it. Right, so everyone's just going to come here, become the same, and then we'll have the Republic of Man and the Kingdom of God, and everything will be perfect, and everyone will be wonderful. So I thought we'd have a look at just how that's working out.
This is also a sentiment which has been widespread for years and spread by a lot of very liberal-minded people. Like somebody in the Super Chats had mentioned George Carlin. Yeah. George Carlin spoke in the 90s and early 2000s about how, one, he would like to see all white people gone. Interesting.
Oh, he probably was saying that since the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, and two, that he would like everybody to end up the same shade of brown through intermixing, which just sounds like a way to completely destroy all variety of culture.
Any culture gets destroyed.
Throughout the entire world. And there's also, what was his name? That Anthony Bourdain, or whatever his name was, the celebrity chef guy. Yeah. There's that clip that goes around of him tasting different foods across the world, where he goes, "The only way that we can get rid of all conflict in the world is by just making everybody the same shade of brown." That's not how that works.
Yeah. Okay, let's assume that. Do we really think that would be the end of conflict? Do people only...
I believe in the Middle East, a lot of them are all the same shade of brown.
Exactly. Yeah. Do people only ever fight over different skin shades? No. They have lots of different reasons to fight. In fact, very rarely is a war declared because the other guys are a different colour skin than me. In fact, I can't even think about one that was.
It's also just this weird fetishization of the idea of mixed race people being better and superior in some magical abstract way.
Or something like this.
Yeah, which again, it's just a weird form of racism.
But you can see that what this is essentially the liberal ideal, right?
John Lennon's Imagine.
It's John Lennon's Imagine. This is an old idea that the liberals have always had in their heads, where actually we are not married to our place and time and purpose, and therefore we can just extract ourselves from the context in which we are born and raised, and the values and the norms and the customs and the cultures that we have, and we can all just become the same at the end of it. It's like, no, that's obviously not happening. And so how are things going? I mean, we're all living through the ethnic melting pot, or should I say the salad bowl at this point, and this is something that Anna Kasparian and Tucker Carlson brought up. It's like, well, hang on a second, this isn't perfect.
The other thing is, even if you're doing well, even if you're affluent, do you really want to live in a country where as soon as you walk outside your door, there's a massive homeless encampment?
Oh, I agree.
You know, do you really want to live in a country like that? Because I don't. Do you want to live in a country where close to 100,000 of your fellow Americans are dying of drug overdoses, and our government seems to not really care much, and in fact exploits that as a talking point to justify a potential war with Venezuela, which has nothing to do with fentanyl, by the way.
Sure. I know.
So it's everywhere, right? And the benefits of being in the salad bowl or the melting pot, however you want to describe it, are everywhere. And so, I mean, we've become Americanized just like America. You'll remember Ed Davey on the train doing
some champion dog whistling.
Accidentally based.
I keep saying the Liberal Democrats are a racial party. They are the racial party of
just
Middle
don't
England.
realise it.
Exactly. They just don't realise that they are part of the salad bowl. They are like the lettuce or something. You know, a large amount of the salad bowl. And they're hearing the tomatoes and being like, why are the tomatoes making all of this noise? It's like, because you don't understand them. They're not like you and you don't understand them. And so Ed Davey just like, Urgh. Yeah, that was racist, Ed. That was you being a racist right there, which is funny, but that's
Which is why this was your most popular post in years.
Correct, actually, which is why, like, you were actually hitting on a real issue that has come from the mixing in the salad bowl, because they're not forced to adopt your customs, they're not forced to adopt your manners, they're not forced to adopt your ways. They still act as if they were back home.
It's a fantastic moment as well, isn't it? It's very telling because actually, you know, a lot of the Lib Dem voting heartlands are still obviously very homogenous. And so actually they're coming into contact with the diversity on the trains when they're travelling between places.
Yeah, when they're travelling to London, they interact with the diversity and they're like, my God, why are they being so rude? Great question. Why are they being so rude? If only we could understand.
So if we give every Lib Dem voter a week-long trip to Brixton, the party immediately is radicalised.
Free rail cards for Lib Dem voters.
Well, I've said this before. The Lib Dems are not actually haters of Britain. The second that machetes are running down their street, they're going to vote for the BNP. Like they just think that they can. They live in essentially the Isles of the Blessed, where nothing bad ever happens, and it's like, okay, but you're not going to live there forever.
There won't be a Shire Pippin.
Exactly. Exactly. They're living in the Shires and everything's great, so they can't understand why you're such an evil right-winger. But they'll learn. Anyway, so there was this clip going around from an American train where this woman is trying to persuade. You can see she's an elderly lady. And customarily, if, Harry, you were sat on a train and there was an elderly lady there saying, oh, my legs are really hurting, can anyone give up the seat? I mean, you might think about giving up your seat.
Nah.
Not now.
I believe in equality.
I'll give you everything in my pockets for a seat on. Don't say that. You might have some money. I'll give you money. I'm not asking for money. I'll pay you to get up off your seat and let an old woman. Any Gen X, boomers, nobody. I got money. I will pay to have a seat. How about millennials? What? Millennials. Millennials, Gen X, anybody? Attention, shop.
But all of the people around her.
That's just quite sad.
Tragic video.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. But this is the thing. Like in previous eras, it's likely that someone would have just got up and given her a seat. Now it's a bunch of people. You notice how they're all different ethnicities as well. Like these people don't share anything between each other. They just. I'm not listening. I've got my headphones on. I don't care about any of you. There is no society here. This is the salad bowl.
Well, this is one of the things that's very informative about those Amazon studies that had been done on Amazon warehouses, where they had a diversity index, where they were basically trying to min-max everything within the factories to prevent strikes, to prevent the staff from unionizing.
Really?
And one of the things that they found was that a more diverse workplace was one of the biggest indicators that it would not unionize, that it would not begin striking and working as an organized collective. And that's what you see here. That's one of the reasons I perhaps feel like our countries have had their borders opened to let in so much diversity. This is something AA has spoken about a lot recently, and I do think it's true, which is that organised capital likes diverse workforces.
Yes.
Because, one, it means that the price of labour goes down hugely. Two, it reduces the chances of them striking because none of these people get along anymore. Even in the early 20th century and late 19th century, when the labour market in the US was flooded with new labour because of the abolition of slavery following the Civil War, what was it those new black workers were used for a lot of the time? Strike breaking. That happened a lot. They were being used, taken advantage of, it has to be said, by capitalists to break these strikes. That's not saying that we should all be communists or socialists or that markets are inherently terrible or anything, but from the perspective of human action, what people did, that's what happened.
And this is one of those points where the sort of Gary Stevensons of the world just can't discuss how this is being done. It's like, I hate all the rich. Well, you're in favor of diversity and immigration. You're the one making them this rich. Your politics allows them to get to this point. But that Amazon thing, that might be worth going to a bit of a deeper dive on, because I've never heard of it.
I've spoken about it before, but I can dig it up again because it is interesting.
Yeah. And then, so, you get videos like this. There's a lady in Germany. I'm just going to play it with the sound. Because she's just like, what is going on here? Just towns full of strangers. People who you don't recognize. They're just everywhere, and they're all from different places. This is the salad bowl at work. Does the place look better? Does it look like it's improved? I mean, is this the kind of country that you actually want to live in, where you just have small groups of people who, like, essentially cloister into themselves?
It really is indicative as well of how that whole idea that Israel Zangwill was putting forward of the melting pot, bringing the best out of everybody, was completely wrong, because it does destroy the diversity of cultures. Because you see her walking around like that, and you see the kinds of shops these people are opening. They are the same as are infesting so many high streets across England. It actually flattens everything down. All culture becomes the same. It becomes a monolithic non-culture.
Yep, it's exactly right. The sort of international franchise that could be run by any people from anywhere and is always the same in all places. And just the general sort of nature of it. It's like, okay, we're going to get a couple of people from each different area of the world, and then we'll put them here. And in every city, it's the same. So it's like, okay, but this is not actually different. This is just sameness, just a kind of, but again, I guess we say diversity is their strength on this. But anyway, so yeah, now you've got the sort of diverse society. You get lovely stuff like this, like, the river of rubbish in Oxford.
Was this real? I assumed this was
AI.
AI.
No, this is completely real.
I assumed
Harry,
it was AI.
can we zoom in a bit on the screen, just because the pictures are a little bit small? That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, this is completely real. This is an industrially processed stream of rubbish that's just been fly tipped in Oxford. Hundreds of tons of just rubbish. It's just great. That's just fine, because nobody cares. Because
in Oxfordshire,
in one of the most beautiful parts of the country,
the part that inspired Tolkien Shires. Now looks like this.
Exactly. This is just part of being in. Sorry, I keep saying the melting pot. It's the salad bowl. The salad bowl is where we are. There are diverse happenings everywhere, like immigrants stealing from the honesty boxes, which is great. I mean, good the sense to cover their faces. But so you can't.
One of them did.
Oh yeah, one of them did.
Oh my god.
So you can't have honesty boxes anymore. You can't have the normal things that you grew up knowing about and expecting. These things are just not the way.
I mean, that should just be grounds for deportation right there.
Yeah,
totally.
Like, the honesty boxes for me is like the institution of the countryside. It shows that I am in non-occupied territory.
Yes.
If there are honesty boxes, if they're going and taking advantage of that the same way they like to take advantage of everything to do with our high trust society, gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, no.
Just gone. I'm not even going to give you a boat or a ticket. I'm just going to give you some armbands and a life raft.
Yeah, but then there's there's stealing from honesty boxes, but then there's just these where it's just brazen shoplifting in major stores and stuff like that. I'll skip ahead a bit. You just see them just looting. It's just looting and then just walking out. It's like, look, man, I actually don't want to live in a salad bowl like this. If this is the product of the salad bowl, I don't want this. I don't like it. It doesn't personally affect me. But it does speak to the kind of tone and the kind of people that I'm sharing a civilization with. They're just prepared to just steal.
Okay, and that's one of the things. It's a psychological, it's a psychic tone, an undertone that then affects everything that you do, everywhere you go.
Yes.
Is because there is this knowledge nestled in the back of your mind. I cannot trust the people
Yes.
that I am surrounded by. I cannot relate to these people. If something were to bad were to happen to me for any circumstance, these people would not support me.
Yeah, they wouldn't help. And the thing is as well, like, okay, I don't break the rules because I think it would be wrong to say go and steal. But if someone doesn't think it's wrong to go and steal, what else do they think is not wrong? Like, I don't know that they're not prepared to go further than that and that this wasn't just an opportunity for them, right? Who knows? I don't know. And as you say, this ruins the trust in the society itself. We can't be sure of the people around us, so why would we want to live like that? But anyway, that's just, again, some parts of the salad bowl. But then here's another one. This was a debate from the Oxford Union. And it's just really remarkable how the salad bowl is full of people with so many conflicting opinions. This is the Oxford Union.
You know how many young English
I thought this
children
was Jersey Shore.
Right?
would wish for the opportunity to go to Oxford?
I know. And instead, we've got hysterical members of the salad bowl screeching and shouting at them.
That looks like something straight out of a mid-2000s reality show.
Yeah, it does.
When they're at the club and everything breaks down.
Yeah. And yet, this is now the society in which we're living. These are just normal events, occurrences in the multicultural. Like I said, I shouldn't say melting pot because they reject the term melting pot now. But in the salad bowl. So, okay, great. So let's go on some more diverse happenings, shall we? How about Tower Hamlets? Some things happened in Bangladesh. Now, I didn't look into this. I don't care what's happened in Bangladesh, but the Bangladeshi community in Tower Hamlets is bloody angry about something happening in Bangladesh. Can't even understand what they're complaining about because it's not in English.
Probably angry that the British government haven't built them an airport in Bangladesh yet.
Probably. Apparently, the ex-Bangladesh leader, Sheikh Hasina, has been sentenced to death over her crackdown on protests. So there were student protests in Bangladesh. Okay, I can see why the Bangladeshi portion of the salad is very upset about this, but I don't care. Why are they here? Why aren't they protesting in Bangladesh? Why are they in my salad? Like this is the melting pot. This is the whole thing.
You sat there eating your salad. It's like, the tomatoes are rising up against the lettuce. Oh, fantastic!
It's
exactly.
like they've come and spat in your meal.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's like genuinely like someone has put something deeply unpleasant. But it gets more unpleasant, of course. You have. Apparently in Nottinghamshire, 2 men brandishing knives at a Christmas market in Nottingham city centre. So, brilliant. That's great. That's just so great. I love this salad. This is the most delicious Caesar salad that I've ever had. It's just literally lunatics with knives in the middle of the salad. Why are they
stabbed
here?
like Caesar.
Exactly. It's like this is this is just not what anyone asked for. And we've had this imposed upon us. And so the question is, okay, well, are we enjoying what they have done? Are we happy with what they've brought us? I mean, in Germany, you had a brilliant one. As you can see, large crowds of Muslim men walking through the Christmas market chanting, "There is no God but Allah, Allahu Akbar." Thank goodness. Let's watch this. There's something about this that genuinely annoys me not even, I don't want to say spiritual level, but there is something about it that's like, how has this been allowed to happen? Like the Christmas market, for anyone who doesn't know, is a nice European tradition where we go to nice little markets and buy little things for people for Christmas. They're always a nice day out. And this is just some sort of psychic attack on the very nature of the way that we carry on our society. I mean, if it's not enough that we have to have diversity bollards outside all of the Christmas markets, I mean, I guess we should be thankful they're not driving a car into it. But small pleasures, small upsides.
The thing is as well that as far as the establishment's history with dealing with this sort of thing is concerned, of course, every now and then we might, thank them so gratefully that they've deported 1 person, 5 people, whatever it is, right? But the point is, everyone there should not be in Germany. None of them should be there. But the problem is as well that one of the reasons why people are getting so angry as well. They would have been less angry if the establishment had just had the foresight to go, well, actually, there is at least a standard of foreigner and their behaviour in our country that is unacceptable. But what we didn't even get that. No. It was actually, no, once they're here, they are here in perpetuity, regardless of whether or not they're the worst scum in the world.
And they can act as an anchor to bring all of the rest of their family
as well.
And, moreover, there's no obligation put on them, right? As in, if we were going to have immigration, we should have said, right, there will never be a foreign temple and a foreign church, a foreign mosque or whatever in this country. If you come here, you will adopt Christianity. If you come here, you will dress in this way. You will live in this way. And if we were serious about immigration and integration, then we would have had really overbearing rules for immigrants.
I disagree. There is one obligation put on them, and it ties back to my former point, which is spend.
Okay, fair. Good point.
You are an interchangeable economic widget.
Yeah, that's true.
You come here and you keep money changing hands at our markets, at our big corporate stores.
But the point being, if this was actually being done for the good of the population, then it would have come with really overbearing social rules. It didn't, because exactly right. It was done for capital, no doubt about it. And in fact, they're completely honest about it. They're like, yeah, well, what about the GDP? Well, okay, the GDP hasn't gone up. Now what? Do we get rid of these people then?
After Brexit, there was that guy who ran, I think he might still be in charge of Next, Lord Wolfson, who said that, oh no, I'm hoping that there are no immigration restrictions put in place because we need the workers.
Well, Boris heard you loud and clear, Lord Wolfson.
Because it's not like English teenagers could ever get a job at Next, like all of my friends did out of school.
And then just finally, you get these events where it's just on the underground. Apparently some kid with a machete ran past and everyone's panicking.
Apologies for this delay, people. We've got an emergency alarm call on the train. I'm going to be going back to investigate in a second.
I'm sure everyone's glad to be in the salad bowl at this point. Someone's just become a statistic.
Yep.
And this is the reality of their lives. And so if we, just go back, you can see, you've got homeless, you've got, the sort of range of things. Yeah, you've got public disruptions, you've got impoliteness, you've got the general degradation of the area, you've got the increase in crime, you've got the complete antisocial behavior from self-interested groups who don't care about you at all, and then you get to the violence and to the actual danger, and you have to ask yourself, well, was this what we were promised? And the answer is probably yes. This is what they wanted, the salad bowl. Why are we giving up our countries to this?
If you would like to watch the full uncut version that is also uncensored, head on over to lotuseaters.com to find out more.